Okay. So welcome everybody. My name is Melissa. I am a bronze ambassador here at CUE. I've been wanting to do this training for a long time for the team, and it just hasn't come together until now. But honestly, you all have been keeping all of the leaders here really busy. We're doing a ton of opportunity calls, so we wanted to kind of open this up and teach anyone how to present. And it's something that you can do no matter what stage of the business you're in. I truly believe that. It's also, just this is going to be something that we can then pass along to any of our new ambassadors as well, as a training tool for them too. So we'll kind of dive right in. But one of the first things that I want to mention is that the purpose of our opportunity calls is not to get sales. It's not to sign new ambassadors necessarily, but it is to find your leaders faster. That's part of the whole reason why we only need 2 business partners here, because it really is about quality over quantity. And this is what is going to allow you to find those people that have the long-term vision, that understand what it means to truly build a sustainable business. Those people that are going to be your runners, your shiny pennies, like Jake likes to call them, that is why we're here. So a couple of tips and tricks. It's so hard. I'm like, I want to look at you, but the way we have this set up, I can't. So if I look weird, that's why. But a couple tips and tricks. So first thing is to start before you're ready. I think presenting in front of a bunch of people is never a comfortable thing for most people. But the more you practice, the more you do it scared and do it kind of imperfectly, the better it is actually. And it's better for your business because it shows people that they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be super polished in order to do this too. And the other piece of that is that you don't have to be like some high rank in order to, successfully present the business. In fact, your story is probably more relatable than you think. People are looking for, real people, someone that they can connect with, and you're much more relatable than like the Brittany Hitches of the world, right? So use your story to your advantage. The other piece of that is reach down and give your team a role. So this is a way that you can get your, really kind of create space and create leadership opportunities on your team, so that you're not the go-to person. You're empowering them to learn how to do this by maybe just giving them one slide to start off with. It shows them that they can do this, and maybe they're going to be really nervous the first time, but the more they do it, the more they realize like, yep, I can actually do this. I can be good at this too. The other thing to keep in mind is that facts tell, stories sell. So when in doubt, just share your story. People are going to stories way more than anything that you share fact-wise. And then along that line, people have short attention spans. So the goal is to keep it shorter. No worries. And so what we are aiming to do, and what Jake teaches us to do, is try to keep it to 30-second slides. Trust me, it is way harder to do than you think. So give yourself some grace, and we're going to practice that. And this is something that I myself am working on getting better at, but the more you practice, the better it can be. And the more you keep it simple, the more duplicable it is. So the more your team will be able to do it too. They don't need to know all the facts about all the products, all the facts about all the company. If it's something that is simple, then they're going to be able to share just as easily. So I'm going to turn it over to Jessica Mendocino. She is one of the leaders on my team. She's an elite here. She came in from day one as a leader, and she started doing opportunity calls really early on. And she's just really great at sharing her story, really personalizing it to the individual that's on the call, and also not going way over time. So I'm gonna have her kind of go through this with you, and yeah, take it away, Jess.
Thanks. Yeah, so my first opportunity call that I had to do, Jen asked me to share like a slide. And so I prepared for that one slide. And then Ezzy, I know you guys have all seen her. She was not having it. And Jen like couldn't speak. So she had to stay on mute. And I had to do the whole presentation by myself. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was hyperventilating afterwards and sweating. I was like, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But from that day on, I've been okay. So sometimes you just have to get in there and do it, even if it's messy, because you're going to feel so better after, and you're going to feel so much more confident. So the intro slide is just going to be about you. It's your story briefly. You don't need to, it's not a monologue, but you want to give them a little background on yourself, who you are, what was your life before Q, what caught your eye, like what brought you here, how has it been since coming to Q, what are the different, small differences you've seen, because you're going to talk about it throughout the presentation. It should be your personal story kind of weaved into the facts. And so keeping it 30 seconds, again, it can be easy to talk about yourself or like the products that you love. So that's where Mel said, it is harder than you think, but trying to keep that brief, because although you do want to share your story, they didn't come to hear all about you. They want to hear about the presentation. The next slide is the one of Jake and Mark. So the mentors. So the highlights here is it's not what you know, but who you know. That's the main point that you really want to drive home. So you don't have to know all the facts, but if you have the right mentors leading you and guiding you, it sets the whole company up for success. And so for Mark, a couple of points to hit is that success doesn't happen on accident. He is a very successful man in life. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He had a successful career in real estate development. And then when he went into retirement, he craved more purpose for his life. And so Q Sciences was born. Jake, he spent decades doing what we do in this industry. He came out of retirement to take to take Q from a good company to a great company. He was brought in as a consultant, and then he stayed. Great mentor, has done what you want to do. So Jake has done it. He's been in the field, he's experienced it. And our momentum and compensation is based on how he would have wanted it when he was in the field. So he saw all of the bad practices. He played a part, with the companies that he was in, and he saw things that he wanted to change. So this is what he's done. It's kind of like his passion project. If all else fails, when you're talking about these two gentlemen, just remember it's not what you know, but who you know. And then if you have a personal testimony to how maybe the proximity to them has helped you or your business, or you can speak to how they get on Q News. Jake does every single week, and Mark does at least once a month. And we hear from them. We have real talks. These are things you can talk about too. It doesn't have to just be their background. If you like blank out and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say, talk about things like that. How do they show up? Timing is the next slide. So we have the timing that leaders are looking for. We are in the sweet spot of momentum with less than 1% saturation. So people can either join a billion-dollar company who is already saturated, everybody already knows their name, or you can be a part of building one, and you can be the person to introduce Q Sciences to people. We're the #1 fastest growing global company, and you are able to earn more than your skill level and capitalize on the company's momentum. Timing is an undeniable edge. So again, just hitting those high points about the timing that we're currently in. And the slide kind of speaks to itself. People are going to be looking at the slide, so you don't necessarily have to read all the points on the slide. But if all else fails, you're more than welcome to. We've had 1,700% growth since we relaunched. We're in 26 countries, adding another this month, and we have plans to expand to even more this year. It's a ground floor opportunity. So these are just highlighted points that you can mention, because again, you want to keep it brief. Dr. Kimberly's slide is next. So he's the Chief Scientific Officer who Mark partnered with when he first started Q. Q Sciences actually stands for Quintessential Biosciences, which means the best of the best and backed by nature and science. He's a doctor and a naturopath. He has high standards for what becomes a product. He knows that science doesn't stand still, so he's constantly innovating to make things better. You feel a difference with our products because absorption in the effective dose. It's not just on the label, but you can actually get enough for your body to feel it. Like, he stands behind the integrity of our products. And so we always say he wears the white coat so we don't have to. Another way you can explain that is not everybody is a label reader and they're big into ingredients and they need to know all the things. And for those people, thankfully, we have Dr. Kimberly. And if we have questions, we know we can ask our team. Then next is the product slide. This is where a lot of people get hung up because they think they need to talk about every single product, and you don't need to do that. You guys, it would be the longest op call in the world. So the things you want to hit is we never have to turn anyone away because we truly do have something for everybody, from men to women, younger generations, older generations, children, and pets. We collaborate with the field. So product developing team collaborates with us. I mean, how many products have come to be because of ambassadors suggesting things like our pre-workout, our detox tea. I'm sure there are others that even I don't know about, but I know those two off the top of my head for sure. You feel a difference and help make your life better. So you can talk about some of the categories, but I wouldn't go heavily into the products. So we can help with energy, sleep, hormones, nutrition, gut health, immune support, your fitness needs. So again, not going into every product, but we'll have the person who invited you send more info on the ones that meet your needs. Have a team member. Okay, so then next you would have a team member share like a testimonial. Sherry just did this the other day. She shared a testimonial for a line and how it's helped her. And again, this is giving your team the opportunity to get some experience and have some confidence in sharing their story. So the product testimonial would be the next slide. And this is just kind of a quick draft that you can use as an idea to keep it short and sweet and simple and to the point when sharing. So this would be great for newer people on your team, getting them some confidence, getting them involved, having them step up and play a bigger role if they have a product testimony to share. Then Q-Core. You don't have to get super sciencey on this. The main facts that you want to hit is that it's the foundation for your health and for your business, because Q-Core is on 80% of our subscriptions and they keep it on there for over 2 years. It's our #1 selling product globally. So 26 different countries. Of course, I can't see the top because it's not a matter of if you should supplement, but who you trust to get them from in today's society. You could have the healthiest diet, but people still need a supplement. Supplementation is simplified. You only have AM and PM packets. You don't have to pull 4 different supplement containers out of your cabinet. And then if you want to talk, if you feel comfortable talking about the different products, so it's a 4-in-1. There's a micronutrient complex that really focuses on brain health, inflammation defense for healthy movement and and mobility and joints. Gut health, it has digestive enzyme complex to break everything down, and soil sourced pre and probiotic to create a healthy environment for the absorption in your gut. Again, if you blank out, just really hit home how convenient it is, how it's a top seller of ours. It's on the subscriptions for over 2 years. That's huge. Okay, I'm going to turn it back over to Mel, and she's going to cover the back half of the slides.
Awesome. Thanks, Jess. And I totally threw her into the fire on some of these slides too. So you can see when in doubt, just read it, just ad-lib it, just share what you know. You don't have to be perfect to do this. So what we're going to do too is give everybody the chance to actually practice this, because that's one of the best ways that you can learn. So we'll open it up at the end and actually have a few people give it a try. But these next couple slides really talk about the intrinsic value that you get from partnering with us. And again, we're talking to everybody, whether they're here for products, whether they're here for business, as if they are a leader, as if they are going to be our next business partner. So the culture here, we talk about how it's different, and you can make a joke about how you might hear that often, like it really is different here. And the comp plan really dictates the actions and behaviors of the field. So the way I talk about this is like, I didn't know, because I came from the industry, that compensation plans weren't all the same. But really, compensation plans actually are different, and the way that yours is set up really determines how the ambassadors act. So here, we don't do the whole multi-level thing. We actually get paid infinite levels deep. So what that means for you is that you matter just as much as the person at the top, and you'll have top leaders reaching down, very servant leadership based, and helping the newest people. Then I talk about the fact that we have a 50-50 partnership with corporate. So that means you get real business training. You have collaboration on products. You can try things before they go to market. You're getting product education and all of your training directly from corporate. And as corporate makes more money, so do we. And then I end with the fact that we're founded on the 5 Fs, because this, I like to point out, is really the heart of our company, and it's what dictates our culture, and it's something that we're really proud of. And then you can say what the 5 Fs are. And so then based on those 5 Fs, you can go into some of the ones that we highlight on the slide. So the first one is MyQFit, and I just say, like, MyQFit is basically like having a personal trainer in your pocket. So again, you can share your story and kind of embed your story into the slides as you're sharing. Like for me, I say, like, this has really transformed my relationship with fitness or with working out. Like, I never used to like to work out, but now I do. Fitness is one of our 5 Fs. It's something that you could really build an entire business off of. And it's like having a personal trainer, a real live human. Someone that you can talk to, someone that you can message right in your app, in your pocket. You can customize it, and you get everything all in one place. So your meal planning, macro tracking, you've got your community, you've got accountability. It's all there. And it's something that our ambassadors get for free, and customers will get it for free if they put something on subscription. So then FFM is another part of those 5 Fs. And this really goes back to the heart of our company. And the main kind of takeaways here are that when you partner with us, you get a free financial advisor from day one. It's not something that you have to earn. And I always point that out, because a lot of companies, like, they'll have bonuses and things that are earned based on your performance. This is something that's given to you. We also talk about it as a movement. It is not just a bonus, it's a movement for our company. And so we don't do car programs, we don't push spending. or any type of culture that would put you into more debt. Instead, what FFM is that it encourages financial literacy. It encourages you to save. It's one of the things that's going to help you get out of debt. And then you can share a little bit about your story. So I always talk about what our financial advisor has been able to help us with. Okay, so ways to earn. This is usually where it can either get like really bogged down or people just kind of glaze over because they don't understand compensation plans, but it's one of the things that most people are interested in. So the way you can start this off is just like, okay, now let's talk about how you can actually earn an income with Q Sciences. So first thing I like to talk about is that inflation is real. People who were never open to this before are now suddenly open to it because they need a way to make up the extra $100 in groceries or, you know, whatever it is. Like I would use some sort of example and let them know that when you start your business, Q is going to set everything up for you. So you get an e-commerce site set up completely for you. The financial risk of starting a business is taken care of. So remember, we're partnered with 50/50 with corporate. They handle all of the inventory. They handle your warehousing, your customer service. Like this is simple. This is something that they can do. And then I share a little bit that about the ways that you can earn. So you can see there's 6 different ways. The first 3 are just from people shopping on your store. They're going to love how it tastes. They're going to love how it makes them feel. And it's a consumable product that they're going to run out of and need to order over and over again. So you're showing them that this is something that is sustainable. And then I highlight the next 3 ways. So I say like the next 3 ways are where you actually are finding business partners who also want to open their own store. Think of it like opening a franchise. Only because we're in 26 different countries, you can actually open franchises all over the world and earn off of the sales that come through those stores. So you're showing them the scalability of the business. And then the comp plan. So I always start off by saying, here's our comp plan. It's a 1-pager. It's really simple and easy to understand. I'm just going to highlight some of the key features of it. And then if you want to get into the nitty-gritty, there's a 10-minute video that will go more in depth and probably do a way better job than I do. So I just kind of go through the boxes. I'll say like box 1 through 3 is customer sales. So this would be people that are shopping through your store. Box number 1, you're going to earn commissions, which are increasing as your sales increase. Box number 2 is something that no other company does. And this is where you can actually earn a rank in our company and set pay. So you're just highlighting, like, you don't have to say like, you get 10%, you get 15%. You like, just keep it very high level, straightforward. They're going to get a copy of this compensation plan after the call. So you don't need to like walk them through every single piece of it. You can talk about the fact that it's guaranteed pay, right? Like you get a set pay, that's money that you can budget off of. So once you hit that benchmark, you're guaranteed that amount. Starts at 3 orders. That's really like simple benchmark. And for most companies, that's 300 in organizational volume is like relatively a low starting point to start earning that kind of income on. And then I always talk about the bonuses, just like you would get a bonus in the corporate world. So when you get a promotion, you get a bonus. It's the same thing here. Again, you don't need to say like all the details of bonuses. Then you can say box 4 through 6 are earning on the team side. And then I kind of let them know like they can do one or the other, or they can do both. But I let them know that the team side is where they can maximize their time. So if you think about like how much work you can get done in an hour, if you have 2 business partners, you can now get 3 times the amount of work done in that same hour. And then that kind of highlights the fact that they only need 2 people. So I let them know this is not a mass recruiting type of thing. Everybody knows at least 2 people that want better sleep or better energy or clean products, or maybe they just want extra income to be able to pay for their groceries. And then I just let them know that that duplicates. So there's no need to push products. If there's somebody that doesn't love sales and being an influencer, you don't have to be here. It just duplicates with them, ordering through their store, and then you help them find there too. And it just grows from there. And then I just kind of talk about the same thing. You're going to get bonuses, and you're also going to get box 6, which is debt payoff. And you can just simply say, like, that's money that goes towards a debt of your choice. Again, like, you don't need to go through all the numbers. So then customer retention, what this does is you're going to tell them how to be a customer without saying you can be a customer. You're talking to them as if they are deciding that they want to do this as a business. But you're showing them what all the benefits that customers get. So you're going to say that you as a business owner here get all the tools that you need to retain your customers. And we have a really high customer retention rate. Your customers get wholesale pricing so that you don't have to force anyone to start a business simply because they want a discount. So this actually gives your people that you're presenting to an out. This is the part where it's like, okay, I don't know if I want to start a business, but I'm totally interested in products. This is where they see that they can do that. And you let them know that they get their own account. They can order it directly through their own website, and it just ships straight to them. They're going to get rewards for free products, and it's no risk. So they got a 30-day money back guarantee. And then again, you're going to assume that the person that's on the call wants to be an ambassador and start a business. So here you're going to show them all the value that comes with their ambassador account. So I talk about the fact that when they get started, they'll have everything that they need right at their fingertips. They can pick their enrollment option. So it's either $39.99 or $99. They get all of the things that are listed on the slide there. So I might point out some of them, like they're going to get a business app. They get their website set up for them, the MyQFit, just kind of list off the things that they get. And then I let them know that what comes with the $99 is free shipping. So Britt does this, and it's something that I want to get into the habit of, but she mentions, like, when you start, you will pick your 100 PV. So like the core that we raved about is 100 PV. It's a tax write-off. At that point, you're commission qualified and ready to start earning. You don't have any starter kits. You can pick whatever you want, and then you're good to go. So it just kind of shows them, like, there is an investment involved with this, but it's products that you want for yourself. And then the last one is the systems. So this just shows them that anybody can do this. Main takeaway here is that it's simple and it's easy to duplicate. And I like to use the call as an example. So the call shows them that they don't have to be an expert. I like to make a joke, like the person that invited you here just sat on mute and the team did all the work. And that's what we can do for you. So it kind of shows them that one of our systems without actually explaining like all the details of the systems. Oops, okay. Hopefully you all can still. Okay.
Hopefully is that everything?
Yeah, I think that's it. So what we'll do is we're just going to go through a couple of these and give you all the opportunity to practice. So I will come off mute or come off the recording. And then if you want to give it a shot, let me know, but we'll start with the intro slide.